Hello knitters, Phelan from Strand Knitting Studio in San Clemente, California. And today I have pressed flowers. I have a snowman Santa multiple thing. I have slippers and I have a Santa pillow. And they're all on my needles practically. Stay tuned. Working hard as Santa's elves, and I have a lot on my needles that I'm working on that are going to be classes. So the upcoming class is the pressed flowers, which is this little kerchief, not a handkerchief, it's just a kerchief, a small one. And this is sort of how you'd wear it. If you could also just tie it even tighter, like that, and it would just be like that, keep you warm, like especially if, you know, under a coat or something. Let me untie this. I hope I can untie this. And so this is it. You've seen it already. So this is her shawl. Here's her shawl. The flowers are everywhere, and it's a full size shawl. This is a nice, lovely little version of it, and the flowers are just on the edge. This is as the pattern. I went up to a size 11 needle instead of I think they have it on a 6. I don't know how this works on a 6. I know I'm a tight knitter, but I'm not that tight a knitter. But you have total control. So even on a smaller needle, like if you do it on a 7, which I did this one on a 7, and it looks fine, you know, but it was just really small. But you have plenty of yarn, and you just keep adding flowers until it's the size you want it. And you have, if you use all your yarn, you're gonna have a pretty good size neck shawl, from it. So there's plenty of yarn. It's easy to size. We use the Dusty yarn, the DK, which is a merino silk blend, and it's lovely. It's soft. It's drapey. It's amazing yarn, amazing colors. This is our dyer, our local dyer, and yeah. So that class is coming up on the 20th from 10 to 12. So that's a Sunday, October 20th from 10. Say one more thing. This in here is a slip stitch pattern. Okay, a slip stitch pattern means you're only carrying one yarn at a time, no stranding. One yarn at a time. You can do it for 2 rows, you pick up the other yarn. Do it for 2 rows, you pick up the other yarn. So you just keep picking up the yarn, and you're slipping stitches in a pattern, and that's what gets that pattern. It's so much fun to do this. It's called Mosaic or slip stitch, and mosaics are so much fun to do because it's just so easy to get such cool color going, and you're only working with the yarn, one yarn at a time. So that mosaic is a really good technique to learn. This we've decided to make a beautiful baby blanket. Just this part here would be like just beautiful. And so I may end up at some point knitting up one to look like that so you can see what it looks like. And that's it. So as I said, this class is Sunday, October 20th from 10 to 12. Okay, next class coming up is a Santa pillow, and that's going to be Sunday, October 27th from 10 to 12. And he's off my needles, but he's not off my needles. So here he is. This is a 16 by 12 pillow, so it's a little bit longer than it is wide. I haven't decided how I'm going to do the back. I might just go buy a pillow, you know, Christmas pillow that matches the colors, and just tack this onto the pillow. But it's a 16 by 12, so I don't know if I can find that. Either that, or I'm going to just put fabric on the back, because I'm not going to knit the back. You can knit the back, but I would want to do it out of the gray, and I'm out of gray, and I don't want to do another skein. So you know what it looks like if you don't have to buy another skein. Now I doubled the yarn, and I was on a size 10, 11, 10, something like that. And so this guy worked out pretty fast. This is intarsia, which means that you're carrying yarn for each of the colors. So like I have a gray yarn going here, and then when I hit the red, I just have to twist them, and I can do the red, and then I twist them, and now I've got a new gray color here. So once you get it started, this intarsia is not hard. This is a very simple intarsia. If you've never done intarsia, this is a perfect intarsia to do, because it's a simple one. It's very, you know, big spaces and big color changes. So it's very simple. Now he's gonna have, if you can see, there's This is seed stitched. So that's what I'm gonna go under these bumps and put a beard on. So he's gonna have a beard. And at the top, I'm gonna put a pom-pom on for the top of his hat. So he's not done. Hopefully next week he's done. But that class is Sunday the 27th from 10 to 12. Up next on my needles is this cute little, and I'm gonna put a picture so you can see what this looks like. A cute little Santa or snowman multiple thing you can do, or a gift topper, or whatever, decorations, whatever. Now I did this on worsted. The pattern says to be on fingering, but fingering, yeah. So you can do it, you can do any yarn you want, but the smaller the yarn, the smaller this is. So if it's fingering, it's only gonna be probably about this big, which then now it's an ornament and stuff like that. This is just regular worsted yarn and probably on a size 7, and it's done flat, which is really nice. It's flat and you sew it up in the back, so you don't have to do any magic loop, nothing. Even up here, it's done, well, this is an I-cord, but up to here, it's done flat. So no funny things to do small circles with. So he's almost done. He's gonna get some eyes, and he's gonna get a little scarf around his neck. And then the Santa one looks like this. So this class is Sunday, November 3rd from 10 to 12. Sunday, November 3rd from 10 to 12. Okay, the last class I'm going to talk to you about today, I don't have all my needles because we actually got a sample from the yarn company. I love that when that happens. So these are felted slippers. These are very simple felted slippers. So these are slippers. Felted slippers are one of the best things in the world. These make amazingly great guy gifts. They love these felted slippers. We have another slipper that's a clog that's more complicated than this is going to be. And the guys wear them out and ask for another pair. And that's just, I mean, I've done my son, he's got 3 pairs, third pair now. And, but these are just felted, they're just amazing. So you just knit them up. Here's what the yarn looks like. It's big and chunky. I think you're on a size 10 or an 11 and a 10. And these are big and chunky, maybe a 13, I don't know. Because usually for felting, you go up, and then when it felts, of course, it shrinks. So you got to make it bigger than what you want to end up. So we have that one, we have this one, and we have this one. I think, oh, and there's a yellow one that's yellow based. Oh, and a bright green base. We don't have, I don't see this one. I don't see this one. But yeah, so that makes us 5 colors. We have 5 different colors. But this is like a great neutral for anybody kind of color. And so this is, I think, an easy pattern for pretty much anybody. You felt it in your machine, and I'm hoping it helps, and I'm hoping it works. If for some reason, some of the newer machines, it takes a long time. It will eventually felt, but just takes a while. And if you can't get it to felt, I can felt it because I have an old machine and it felt like a dream. So, but you'll try it with your machine first, because often it'll work. It just takes a little bit of time compared to the old machines. If you have an old machine, it's perfect. These old, the ones that agitate really good, no problem. So anyways, you wash them. It's great. So this class is, the slippers are, okay, I'm going to do some Wednesday evening classes building into the holidays. So this is going to be Wednesday, November 6th from 4 to 6. Wednesday, November 6th from 4. This is an upcoming class. I haven't set a date for it yet, but it's on my needles, so I want to show it off because I had, this is so much fun. I'm having so much fun knitting this. But this is a hat. Isn't that gorgeous? It's just gorgeous. So this is a twisted rib, which means you knit into the back, and the knit stitch you knit into the back of the stitch, and you purl stitch knit into the back. This is called a Latvian braid. And it's not hard at all. It's just a process. You do this row, you do this row, you do this row, and you get this amazing braid. It's so cool. And this is just everyday stranding, but it's pretty simple stranding because you don't have very much changing. You know, it's not a lot of changing. And so that, and then the top will be, wait until you see the top. They did a great job making the colors form this star on top. It's beautiful. Anyway, so that's on my needles. So I have like 4 things on my needles. But this is amazing. This is gonna, this will be in November sometime. I just haven't set the date yet. Okay, and I'm going to remind you of the 2 really amazing yarns we have in right now. The alpaca, baby alpaca chunky. And this is the softest, most fabulous yarn. This is the perfect yarn for hats and scarves and mitts and shawls and even sweaters and stuff. This is good for anything. And this is amazing, amazing yarn. We have a ton of colors. And if you're going to want to get started on some holidays, this is amazing yarn to use. It's just so soft and so amazing, and knit up, it just has a wonderful weight to it. And so we have the baby alpaca chunky. Now, this is a light chunky or heavy worsted, I sort of would say. They put you on a size 10, and you can be on a size 10 and stuff, but it's not like a chunky because there's so much, it's squishy. It's too squishy to be a chunky because it just sort of squishes down. But it's lovely. It's amazing. It's so soft. And our other favorite one is Moonshine, which is also an alpaca wool silk blend. And this one is a worsted weight, a true worsted weight. And we have 2, 4, 6, 8, like 9 pin colors. And again, the perfect hat, mitts, shawls, scarf. This is the perfect yarn for that. So we have 2 of them, and they're both a little different and feel a little different. We got lots back here too, but these 2 are like our staple yarn at Christmas time. These fly off the shelves because these are just so great for knitting those kinds of gifts. So I just want to remind you of that because we still have, it hasn't hit yet, so we still have all the colors. But if you wait until November, maybe not. So these 2, if you're thinking about hats and scarves and etc., come in and see what these are and see if these will do for you. All right, and that's it for this week. And I hope to see you in the studio real soon. Bye.